Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I am live. And I'm gonna just go for a little stroll, man, in the park, and just want to do a live stream all at the same time. So hopefully, hopefully, the reception is good enough to suffice. But if not, I'll go back to where the hell I was at. I know it's pretty good here, though. It's decent, you know. We got Bryce Productions in the building with the classic H.I. High, right? When you guys come in, hit that like button. Yeah, I'm at a lake park, which is very beautiful. I'll let you guys check it out. Check out the scenery that I'm at. You know, I know that's always better than my ugly mug, right? You know. Yeah, man, want to talk about some boxing. Let's see. We got another comment from Just C. Dot. Peace from London, CP. Hey, Just C. CP to you, brother. Counterpunch to you. London in the building. Man, I'm going to London hopefully in June. Hopefully in June. So I will be in the UK one day. Soon. Sooner than later, right? But yeah, man, let's talk about boxing. We got Floyd Mayweather. We had Bill Haney this morning. That was some pretty fun stuff. You know, because these cats, bro, they they went back and forth toe to toe and talking about street stuff and clown stuff and all types of stuff. You know what I mean? You're doing a meet and greet? Absolutely. I got to, man. I got to do a meet and greet. You know, I'm going to set that up proper, like, man. When I go, the only problem is the monkey in the wrench that's stopping me from going to the UK. I know I'm going to the Caribbean later next month, and I'll actually be doing the 5 versus 5 in the Caribbean. So, but no, I was going to go in June, but I'm starting a new show called The Lioness. It's with Zoe Zaldana, so I'll be working on that show throughout the rest of this year. So when you guys see me, I'll more than likely be on set. So I'll be on set dropping videos as you guys are accustomed to. That's been rocking with me a long time. You know, you guys know if I'm on set, I'm still working. I'm still dropping videos. I'm still counterpunching. So I don't think that really matters, right? But that would stop me from going to the UK in June if I'm working on that show, because I can't be 2 places at one time. Okay? I'm not built that way. So yes, just see, I am doing a meet and greet. I'm glad you asked me that. So that's exactly what my plans were. Do a meet and greet, have some merch, you know what I mean? So you guys can pick up some merch and all that good stuff, you know? So that would be boss. Just trying to find venues around town that is acceptable, you know, and a good place to have a meet and greet, you know? When Wilder cracks Zhang's egghead, they'll downplay the win by calling Zhang a washed up old man. Scrapped or flock? Well, I hope not, you know. Now, I will say this. There is some truth to that, because Zhang didn't win his last fight. And it's not because he's just not a good fighter. It's just because he's not a good finisher and he has a stamina issue, okay? He has a stamina issue. That's his problem. And I think he goes out of his way not to get tired. Malik Scott actually had tying my shoes at the moment. Got my sneakers. So Malik Scott actually had a good assessment of Zhang. See, Zhang, he's a guy, he can punch really hard. He's a good counter puncher. He's quick with his counter punches. He's very dangerous because he is quick and he will catch you off guard. However, the thing about Zhang is Zhang doesn't have like a killer instinct as far as that goes, unless you make it convenient for him, just like anybody that has stamina issues. If you don't bring the fight to Zhang and you move around and you make it difficult, pretty soon that gas tank is going to run on E, or it's going to get to that little, you know how that little signal comes on when you're running E on empty, you're running out of gas, and that little blinker comes on, a little icon, add fuel. That's Zhang. And when that indicator comes on, Zhang's a different person. He's a different fighter, you know. But yeah, people will say that about Wilder, and well, man, you know, Parker beat Wilder. But see, when Wilder beat Zhang, what people can understand is Zhang's never been stopped. He's been decisioned a couple times, but he's never been stopped, right? So you got to take that for what it is and give credit where credit's due. So that's one thing you got to understand. I don't care who you're a fan of. You have to look at each fight in its own organism, okay? Red Eye Jedi 420 UK. Hope you're well, Kurt. Big up, bruv. What's up, man? Counterpunch to you. Everything's good. Everything is well. It's kind of windy. It's kind of a great day, you know? You know, this has actually been the coolest spring that I can remember. And normally, man, if it's normally hot, you know, especially this is Texas. But I think for cold fronts or whatever, this is actually, you know, tough stuff. So we'll be ready. Just see, absolutely. Stephen Chow. What's up, dog? Counterpunch to you, Stephen Chow in the building. Marlon Thornell. Morning, Kurt. God bless. God bless you, Marlon, in the building. Let me let you guys look at what I got going on here. So this is sand because this is a volleyball court, but this is the lake park. Okay. So Daniel Pines, what's up? Counterpunch to you. What's the subject? Man, it's an open subject today. I don't really have a subject. I just wanted to go live with my peoples, you know? Live with my peoples, the Counterpunch Boxing News Wrecking Crew. You know? I don't really have a subject, so we can talk about it, basically anything in particulars to boxing and maybe other subjects that is in conjunction with boxing. So when you guys come in, hit that like button. And this is Cedar Park, people. Ryan versus Pitbull, thoughts? That would be a good fight as long as it lasts. I mean, let's keep it real. Pitbull versus Ryan Garcia. That won't go the distance, or it shouldn't. If it's up to Pitbull, you know it won't. If Pitbull hurts Ryan Garcia and Ryan can't catch him with that left hook, Ryan's finished. But here's the thing. I think Ryan's fast enough to understand what's going on. I think he's good at timing people with that left hook. He's done it too many times. You know, when you have an equalizer, especially if that equalizer is one punch, you get good at throwing that one punch and landing that one punch. Okay? Hope you're good, bro. Respect from the UK. Evil Ken, counterpunch to you. But no, I think Ryan should take that. But Pitbull is going to make Ryan. He's going to force Ryan to do that because he's not going to play with Ryan. Pitbull Cruz ain't going to play with nobody. He didn't play with Javante. He didn't play with Gamboa. He didn't play with damn sure he didn't play with Rolly Romero, right? He didn't play with him at all. Kurt getting in the road work, huh? Yeah, man. Yeah, so just getting in a little cardio, man. Just getting out, getting some good oxygen in my lungs, you know. All right, Kurt, on the scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you feeling? I would say a 6. It's definitely not a 5, but it definitely ain't a 7, so it got to be a 6. Hey, look at Donald over there. Look at him. Look at this guy. Look at him. Or Daffy. No, that's Daffy. Look at Daffy there. Vintage workout. Absolutely. Skrilla 50 in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you, Kurt. Yeah, people like out in the if you go back out the dam, they got a lot of fly fishing out there. So that's a good number. Yeah, I think so. I think so. You know, good number. Good number. You know. I've got a series of like calls from like all types of people. Bunch of bullshit. You guys ever seen the river runs through it? That's what you call fly fishing. When they whip it back and forth with the lure. Look at that. How's it going, bro? Good. What do you think are the odds for Erislandy and Terrence to fight soon? Whoa, Erislandy, Lara and Terrence Crawford? I say the odds are very slim. For one, Terrence Crawford might be 36, but he doesn't seem to be wearing out, whereas Erislandy Lara, which he's been knocking people out, bro. He's been knocking people out. He knocked out Canelo's brother in like 1 round. He knocked out 2 other guys behind that. But I'm going to tell you, no, that's not going to happen. You know, for one, Lara fights at 160, and Terrence is looking for another weight class, which is 154. So, no, I don't think that's going to happen. Marlon, Kurt, I got saying Martin beating Haney, but getting robbed by judges again. Oh, Sandor Martin. Yeah, he look. He's in that same boat as like Sean McCone. They're good, but they're not marketable enough to get decisions. They can fight, but that doesn't mean that they're going to win decisions, you know? So maybe you're right on that. Kurt, I'm usually not behind Mayweather, but did you see Bill and his feelings in the live with Floyd? Floyd actually seemed sincere and was making more sense. Well, yeah, I looked at that. You know, I dubbed it. I threw it on the channel. Let you guys take a look at it. Listen. Floyd, I think Floyd is matured to a certain degree, but even if Floyd is acting like he used to be, he wouldn't tell the public. Like things Floyd does and says, I don't think, like, versus what he used to do. Floyd used to, in fact, say things about people and do things about people with people that let you know how he feels. Now he doesn't do that so much. You know, and I don't really think that he was hating on Devin Haney. I just think he was telling Ryan, like, no, that fight could be bigger if you guys were at 147. And in fact, I think that's right. Now looking at that fight, Ryan Garcia was the victor. That fight's done. It's over with. There will be no rematch. There won't be. Just did a video dropping it. There won't be a rematch. So it is what it is. But no, Bill's pissed off because his son lost. That's all. He's just deflecting. Bill's just deflecting right now. You know, but saying all this stuff in the streets and talking about his family and all that stuff, that's not necessary. You know what I mean? Because, you know, people tune to get negative when they don't get the results that they thought they were going to have. You know, I think, Bill, if Devin would have won, listen, if Devin Haney would have won, we wouldn't be having all this. We wouldn't. Lara changed his fighting style. Skrilla 50, he did. He had to. His legs are gone. Luis Ortiz's legs are gone. He's not as old as, you know, he's 40. He's 40 years old. I think he's 41. Lara's no spring chicken. Even though he used to, you know, use that ring like a track run and then punch you whenever he wanted to. People got tired of that shit, though. Don't mean you could beat him, because he's just as harder to hit than someone like Floyd. It's just Floyd will stand right in front of you and play the old mongoose, whereas Lara will play a road runner. That's the difference between the two. They're both very hard to hit, but very accurate when they throw punches. Then, you know, slender, athletic guys, smaller guys, slick. Lara has longer arms. You know those guys fought at the same time, but it's funny, those guys never looked like it was gonna fight each other. However, the only way Lara would have ended up fighting Floyd would be if Lara would have decisioned Canelo, which you know damn well that was not gonna happen. You know? That's why I'm asking. Lara is still awesome, and Crawford might speed up through the 154 through 60. That's not going to happen. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to see Lara take on Terrence Crawford, because you got two long-arm guys. One's a southpaw. The other one is a switch hitter. And Terrence Crawford's a killer. But here's the problem with fighting someone like Lara, which is a very accurate counterpuncher. That's a dangerous fight, because Terrence could walk into something thinking Lara is done, and Lara throws one of those sniper left hands and catch Terrence. See, Lara's a little bigger than Terrence. Lara's bigger than Terrence. You know, to be fair, they're on the same size, but they campaign from 154 to 160. That's where Lara's at. Well, Terrence is at 147, and he's going to campaign at 154. You know? So, yeah, that would be a good fight, actually. You know, Lara versus, Terrence. I just think it would have been a better fight fucking 5-6 years ago, when Lara was still, we got to do better, especially on the top. Kurt, that was a joke with Bill Haney. Man said, F you, you're 50, and 50 in the streets, and I'm 50. Yeah, I mean, see, here's the thing. For Bill to say, hey, I dumped everything that I've learned from my street world into my son, therefore I've actually arrived and I've actually progressed as a person, to only have his son lose, to go back and talk about street shit, that's not good. I'm just saying, that's not good. And I agree with Floyd with that. No, that's nothing to glorify. I'm in the streets. Why are you talking about street shit now? But it's not a good thing, because it just goes to show you, when one thing doesn't work the way you think it's going to go, or when you come to that adversity on the progression of something that you went in your life, what's the first thing you do? To go backwards is not a good thing. To say, I'm going to go back to these streets because that's what I know. I'm still to this. No, absolutely not. That's not a good look on Bill. And I like Bill Haney. So I don't agree with what he did. Now, if he had a problem with Floyd, that's him. But Devin Haney said that Floyd was a hater because Floyd told Ryan Garcia he didn't like the idea of that fight being right now. Okay, that's what happened. That's the beef. Okay, that's the whole beef. Lara has become a banger now instead of a mover. Well, yeah, he had to, but it works good for him. But here's the problem. The older you get, the longer it takes for you to recover, the harder it is on your body as you're older. You could do shit in your 20s that you wouldn't fathom doing in your late 30s or 40s, And Lara's 40. So to get pieced up by a younger guy is, But understand it, you also get wise. See, Lara's knocking these guys out because he doesn't have time to show him his footwork and all that, boxing ability and that cat and mouse Cuban school. No, he's trying to knock these guys' head off, and that's exactly what he's doing. You know what he's doing? Lara is doing exactly what Austin Trout supposed to have done. Okay? Austin Trout has been in a whole bunch of fights with a whole bunch of different younger fighters, and he's come up short because he's not knocking these guys out. So Lara's knocking these guys out. Rigondeaux did that for a while. He was breaking dude's jaw. That's true. He's better politically with his speech. What's up, eyeballs? What's up, grouper? I like the fact that Ryan called out Boots Ennis. I do too. And I would really like the fact that he actually fights Boots Ennis. And then if that's the case, people, listen to me. If Ryan Garcia calls out Boots Ennis and he fights Boots Ennis, win, lose, or draw, Ryan's going to become one of my favorite fighters. I can put up with that shit talk if he's putting up the walk. If he's shit talking, but he's shit walking, I'm with it. Because that means, yeah, I talk, but I back it up. I may say a bunch of crazy sporadic things. Lord, thank you, Jesus Christ. Hey, go suck a dick. But if he's fighting the people in the ring, boom. That's all I want to hear. And that's all I want to see. Okay? So if you hear and then you see and you're hearing it both from the same person, that's a good thing. Good sign. Teddy Buckshot, everything he said had nothing to do with boxing. Bill needs to go sit down somewhere or sit with a therapist. Well, I think Bill's just upset now, man. Bill's just, he's upset. And that's how, look, this is what we're witnessing with Bill. This is how Bill reacts to a loss. He gets street again. He gets hood again. He reverts back to who he was. He's showing you, hey, this is me and this is what I know. That's him. That's Bill Haney. Okay. I see the Andy and Big Baby fight 50-50 with him coming off a 2-year layoff. I see the same. And whoever wants it, wants it. Honestly, I would rather prefer Jarrell Miller to beat Andy Ruiz, because see, if Andy beats Jarrell, what are we going to wait another 2 years to see him fight again? That's not really promising to me. Jarrell Miller, if he beats Andy Ruiz, you know what Jarrell Miller's going to do? He's going to campaign right back at Anthony Joshua. See, boy, I whooped the boy that had you running all day from him, and he whooped your ass in Madison Square Garden. So you know what? This is what I'm going to do for you. You can fight me again, and then I'm whooping the dudes that you was running from. Why didn't you fight Andy again? I had to whoop your leftovers. That's what he's going to start saying. It's going to be brilliant, and because his delivery is going to be much better than my emulation or my interpretation of him. And it's going to sell. That's why Deontay Wilder didn't want this boy. I had to take him on. I had to whip this boy with the cheeseburgers. I had to whip this boy. Anthony Joshua, give me a shot. So I whipped the dude that whooped your ass. I whipped the dude that whooped you. Andy Ruiz is, hi, I'm back. I'm ready. I'm ready for a fight, Anthony. Deontay Wilder, I don't care. And then you don't see him until 2026. Nah. Success has ruined Andy Ruiz. Jarrell Miller, he didn't even get to that success level, but he's always going to be entertaining. So, but him being 2-year layoff, fighting someone like Jarrell Miller, it's going to be a good fight. The UK Celtics jacket. Hey, man, this is Ireland in the building. No, I got this in Dublin when I was there a couple years ago. Lara's sitting on his punches now. Yeah, Lara's sitting. Look, if he was doing that 10 years ago, bro, he would be people would look at him a lot differently. Because here's the problem with Lara. Lara had the people that hated Floyd also hated Lara, because people that didn't know the difference associated him with Floyd. Okay? They associated him with Floyd. And they didn't need another black, slick guy that moved around the ring that could box good. People were sick of that. And that's what crippled or hurt or hurt his come up or his potentials because of how people viewed Lara. And then he doesn't speak English. So it's like, okay, we have a black, slick, Spanish-speaking Floyd. No, we'll pass. we'll rather go with Canelo. You know? True, it's when you get older, you can't recover properly, but you will get wiser and smart. Yeah, that's true. You know, you don't have the energy or nor the patience or all the other stuff to sit there and go toe-to-toe with a younger guy. But why would you? First time ever you've got worse, whether they're than here in the UK on live. Usually you've got blue skies behind you. Yeah, this is, I don't know what's going on with Austin right now because I'm in Austin. Well, I'm in Cedar Park. So I mean, it's just been like this for the last, it's been like this all week. Normally the skies are blue. It's beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people, it looks like London. Joshua will never fight for undisputed. He ain't good enough. Okay, we'll see. You know, I like how Ryan's daddy shut up when Eddie mentioned boots. Marlon, ain't that the truth? And then that's one thing I had to drive home with the counterpunch with Ryan and Eddie. See, Ryan's dad was just on one. You know, he was sporadic, he was happy, and he was telling everybody where they can go. So anybody that he thought that was against his son or wasn't for his son, that's exactly what he did. You know, he grabbed his junk and, yeah, you suck it and all that stuff like that. You know, and then when, you know, reality hit him, hey, Boots Ennis. Oh, because he knew Boots Ennis ain't nobody to play with. That dude, no. And again, if Ryan fights him, man, I don't know if he'll beat him, but just the idea of Ryan fighting him lets me know that Ryan, regardless of whatever he got going or whatever you think about Ryan, Ryan has a fighting heart. Or he at least has balls. Let's put it that way. He has balls. You know? You said Ryan would lose, Kurt. I did. I thought he would lose to Devin Haney because I thought Devin Haney was better. You're right. If he beats Ennis, there will be a riot. No, if he beats Ennis, he will be he would be looked upon as one of the top guys in the sport. And then people will then be associating him with Terrence Crawford. You know? Ryan wants to fight Crawford too. Yeah, he mentioned him, but you look, you'd have to go to the Lion's Den to take on the Lion. And he ain't going to the Lion's Den because he ain't going to 154. None of that. Now see what happens if Ryan beats Boots though. He could campaign. He could easily say, hey man, I beat the guy that Terrence Crawford avoided. And then Terrence Crawford will be like, okay. You know, Terrence kind of gets gangsta at times. I mean, see, Terrence and Bill, two different people. Terrence is a fighter, but Terrence is about that street life too. Terrence is dangerous because he doesn't talk a lot until you piss him off. When you piss off Terrence Crawford, you know, it's kind of dangerous. You don't want to mess with Terrence Crawford like that. Jarrell Miller won't get a Joshua fight if he wins 5 fights in a row with his pharmaceutical smuggling. I don't think he will. I don't think the only way he does that is just Jarrell just steamrolls. He gets a slew of fights. See, he should have beat Daniel Dubois though. If he would have beat Daniel Dubois now is fighting Hrgovic. So if he would have beat Daniel Dubois, you know what that would have meant? That meant that Jarrell Miller would be on Queensberry. He wouldn't be at Matchroom. He would be on Queensberry fighting Filip Hrgovic. See, Days of Reckoning meant a lot to the boxing forefront. It meant a lot to the whole foundation of boxing because, okay, all these fighters are fighting each other. Now we'll look where they're at. They're in a higher status. Strangingness. Yo, Kurt, that's what I'm saying. Ruiz versus Miller would be sweet. Yes, it would. It would. I would like that. You know, and I'm going for Miller. I'm Team Miller for that fight. Andy Ruiz, he doesn't fight enough. And even if he beats Miller, he may sit on that win for a long time. You know, Luis Ortiz, as old as he is no reason to sit on your ass for 2 years. I'm sorry. You have no excuse to sit around and stay dormant for that long a time without fighting anybody. You know, and only arrogance would allow you to sit around and think you're good enough not to fight anybody else but top fighters like Deontay Wilder. And Deontay Wilder is waiting around for a lottery ticket or a check. So that's not cool either. Singapore, Audador. Hey, brother from Singapore. Bars. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you, man. Shout out to Singapore in the house, people. Yo, no, Miller's gonna troll Ruiz. I think he's gonna get his head too. I hope he does. I hope Ruiz loses so Ruiz can go away. I'm tired of Ruiz. Ruiz done what he's gonna do. He's done something that no Mexican heavyweight fighter has done. Not Chris Arreola, not Paul Ruiz, not any of those guys. I'm sorry. He's done it. You know, he's made history. Where's my Snickers? I've been the first Mexican-American heavyweight ever. He can say that forever until you got another one, you know. So nobody will really care. Miller versus White for PED heavyweight championship with no drug testing, of course. You got to give it to Miller now. If Miller get back on the juice, that dude's titties will come like, his titties will go down from here to go. Jarrell Miller would beat the shit out of, well, I can't say that because Dillian White's pretty good. It's just, I would like to see him on Peds, AJ fighting for undisputed. Ryan's dad might be related to Angel Garcia. Nah, they're on two different sides of the world. Born a Blue TV. Come on, Kurt. You know Ryan can't last 12 with boots. Well, hey, I said that about Devin Haney too. And guess what happened? He beat the hell out of Devin Haney. I just thought Devin Haney was a good enough boxer to avoid the left hook, to have a game plan for the left hook, and outbox him all night. I didn't think he was going to stop Ryan. Look, this is my prediction, okay? For y'all, people that don't know, if you don't believe me, go look at my breakdown and my fight prediction. I said Ryan by stoppage or Devin Haney wins a decision. That's what I said. You don't believe me, go back and watch it. So I wasn't really wrong. I just thought Devin Haney was going to outbox Ryan over or before Ryan knocks him out. I didn't think that was going to happen. At least Haney didn't give us excuses like Wilder. Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, it's kind of hard to, not top that. But, he said he thought the fight was pretty close. I'm like, what fight were you watching, Devin? He needs to watch that fight again. Kurt, what do you think about Virgil Ortiz versus Tszyu? I just saw that article. I think that would be a good fight, dude. I think that'd be a very good fight. I think that'll be a war, actually, because you got Tszyu. I feel bad for Tszyu, though, man. I feel bad for him. Because that fight with Honduran, that was a replacement, that big tall-ass freak, went in there. Then he was piecing him up because he shattered his nose in the second round. But he, unfortunately, caught an elbow to the big vein in his head. Like, what are the odds of that? Dude, he got to be one unlucky bloke to run into an elbow by the world's tallest super welterweight ever and Guinness Book World of Records. You got a 6'6", 154-pound challenger that you're fighting, and you got to punch him on an uphill battle, and you're piecing this guy up. And I'm like, man, Tszyu's making easy work of this dude until he gets caught with an elbow to that vein, and it never stopped. It splattered blood all over the place for the next 10 rounds. And it's sad because listen, his team should have knew better than that, and they didn't. That's what made it so bad, man. But no, him fighting Ortiz, oh yeah, man, that's going to be a good fight. Because Ortiz, he can crack. Ortiz can take a shot. I think he'll stop Ortiz, though. Why? Because Mean Machine hurt Ortiz. And Mean Machine is a mean machine, but he's not a Tszyu. I think Tszyu's bigger, and I think Tszyu's stronger than someone like Mean Machine. And Mean Machine gave Virgil Ortiz problems until Virgil shut his ass down with combinations and rapid, nasty hooks to the body. But understand, him versus Tszyu, yeah, I think Tszyu takes him. I think Tim's going to be hungrier now with that bullshit loss he took to a guy that he shouldn't have fought in the first place, on top of, damn, she looked good. On top of the fact that he got filed and that fight should have been stopped. The fact that people believe that Crawford is ducking Ennis is blasphemous. Well, Ennis, unless Ennis is at 154, campaigning at 154, he could have. See, Terrence could have done that. But understand, the belt that Ennis has was Terrence Crawford's. It was the IBF. Terrence Crawford is pissed at the IBF. He told the IBF where they can go. So why would he then, knowing that he's pissed at the IBF, go back to 147 to fight for that belt that he's not even really impressed or happy with right now? Why would he fight for that belt back for them to only do the same thing? See, you were not even, like, you have to think logically about certain stuff before people start, oh man, he's ducking Boots. He's going to 154. Boots is not at 154. He's a champion at 147. You know what I mean? If they fought at 154, what belt are they going to fight at? And what belt will they fight for? They won't fight at a belt. They won't fight for a belt. They'll just be fighting. So it doesn't benefit Terrence Crawford to fight Jared Ennis at 154 when there's no belt on the line, because neither one of those guys are champions. Okay. Miller can't even beat Franklin in my book. Franklin versus Miller would be good because you got two guys that don't hit too hard but have very durable chins. So they got very durable chins. I see a 12-round fight, a grueling 12-round fight, and I think it's an exciting fight though, because no guy can really hit hard enough to take a guy out unless someone tires out. And if I give it to anybody tiring out, I'd give it to Miller tiring out. That's what's going to hurt Miller, his stamina. See, understand, you guys know how Miller, how he was acting like round 7, rounds 8, rounds 9, rounds 10 against Daniel Dubois. That's how Zhilei Zhang is. Zhilei Zhang will run out of gas. That's what happens. That's why he doesn't like to punch like that. He likes to reserve himself. Like, look, I'm not going to throw this damn punch because I'm tired, and if I miss this shit, I might fall down. I think Crawford has been ducking Ryan Garcia, in my opinion. Angel, okay, I hear you. Baltazar. The Blue Baron. Franklin is a good fighter, but he's lazy. Well, I just don't think he's experienced. I think Franklin is a guy, he's game, but his level is only so far. I like Franklin. But he has heart. He has grit. But, I mean, he doesn't really have big punching power. I mean, it's not like he can't punch. He's a heavyweight. Don't let him punch you in the face, square. But he's just not there. You know, he's just a guy that showing that, hey, he's good enough to go 12 rounds with former champions and former interim champions and stuff like that, and he can decision guys that's undefeated and stuff. You know, he has a good career. I mean, it's nothing to be ashamed of being Jermaine Franklin, but Jermaine Franklin, you know, he's only limited. I don't know what else to say about Jermaine Franklin. You know, I'm just glad he's not in that damn factory no more, and he's able to take care of his family and do exactly what he wants to do, and that's bang up people or get banged up by people. You know, no Diddy. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Why is America so lacking in heavyweight division for so many years? The Blue Baron. Okay, let me answer the question for you. The reason why we don't have heavyweight American fighters is because the heavyweight fighters are going to the NFL. They're going to other sports. They're going to UFC. They're going to MMA. They're getting talked by Dana White to go to certain venues that way, and they're getting robbed that way. They'll be better off going to the NFL. But the irony of that is they're all entering CT or CE or whatever. You know what I mean? They're all still going to get damaged. playing damn pro ball. But yeah, most of these guys that should be boxers, heavyweight boxers, are going and they're playing NFL. They're playing football as well. A lot of these guys that are true athletes do more than one sport. You see some people, they play basketball, they play football, they do boxing. You know, some of them run track. I used to run track and play football. You know, that was my thing. You know, and I boxed on the side amateurly. So that was me. You know, then I did taekwondo. You know, then taekwondo, then kickboxing. Then after kickboxing came taekwondo. After taekwondo came then MMA. So yeah, I mean, but if you excel in one and you got opportunities to go to the Atlanta Falcons or they're not even around anymore, are they? The Philadelphia Eagles or whatever, you know, you're going to do that. Haney saw 2 Ryans after the left hook. Hi, Kurt. Really enjoyed your humor and boxing updates and perspectives. Philip, appreciate your brother. Psycho Crush in the building. Counterpunch to you. Gorguruga. Is Ruiz a bunch quicker if he comes fitter or if the munch Snickers bars? He's obese and he's been obese since he was young. He's just been obese. You know, the sad truth about Andy Ruiz, if I was in a bar and we were in a bar fight, Andy Ruiz would be somebody that I want fighting with. Not necessarily fighting, but fighting with, because I think Andy Ruiz would piece some people up like in a bar fight, you know, in a street fight. I would love to have Andy Ruiz in my corner in a street fight. But boxing, as far as boxing goes, you know, I think he hits hard, he's quick, and he's real quick for a guy that doesn't look like he can do much. He will deceive you. And, you know, with that smile. You know, Andy will throw you off. Man, a little muffin face dude. I ain't gonna fight him. And then he beats you to death. You know, better be careful. Stuart, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Did you see Bill Haney's meltdown talking to Floyd? Well, I seen Bill Haney and Floyd go toe to toe, back and forth with some street slash boxing stuff. I seen that. Yeah. New heavyweight model. I'd say athletes go to the NBA. Depends. NBA is pretty much a required thing these days because a lot of drafters and a lot of scouts don't really like, oh, I'm 6'2". I'm not really an ideal guy to be picking unless I had a wicked jump shot. You know what I mean? But no, as far as NBA, you know, if you're 6'5", 6'6", oh yeah, you're a dead ringer for the NBA, you know. Tryouts, you know, and you can shoot. Yeah. Because if you can shoot and you're that tall, you damn sure know that you can dunk. And if you can't dunk and you're 6'5", something's wrong with you. Kurt doesn't see my messages anymore. I don't know what you mean. Isaac, just say what the message is. If I miss the message, and you know what? Odds are I'm gonna see the one that you write that say that I missed your message instead of actually reading the message that you want to actually go through. Elohim, Kurt, I thought USA didn't produce great boxers was because we no longer have thirsty, hardworking promoters like Don King. Well, I don't know. I mean, Don King, you know, you have to already be in the sport, though. It has nothing to do with the promoter. The promoter can only take advantage of the people that are in the sport. Don King is not a scout, he's a promoter. So he's not trying to get people, oh man, you look like a stout brother. Look at your legs, look at your shoulders. Oh, you're consilsive. Can you punch? Come here, baby. Let me talk to you. Would you talk to my boy over here, Chalky? He can put you in the boxing gym and show you a little whim. We can make something good for you. We can make you a boxing heavyweight champion. How would you like that today, brother? No, he doesn't do that. He's not that type of person. Jay Roos, hit that like button, y'all. What up, Kurt? What's up, Jay Roos in the building? Cervantic, what about the other fights being announced today? Crawford, Medramov, Ryu, Pitbull. We'll see. El Oso, what up, Kurt? El Oso, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. No, man, just chilling at the park, man. Just chilling at the park. I have a feeling Usyk will get robbed. Well, if he gets robbed, it ain't like it's never happened. You know, I mean, if he gets robbed, he gets robbed. Will it suck? Yeah, it will suck. But understand, you know what that would do for Tyson Fury? That would make Tyson Fury more hated than he is now. Now imagine the avoidance of a fight with Usyk, and then you finally fight Usyk, get beat by Usyk. The world feels that you got whooped in front of everybody. Their eyes could see the punches that landed on your face and your body versus the punches that you landed on his face and his body, and they didn't compare. And that guy was overall looked or viewed upon as the guy that beats you and you win the decision. How do you think that will really make Tyson Fury's legacy look? It will make people hate him more. It will make him lose fans. It will make people doubt him. People will see, okay, well, hey, people will then start looking at, well, how the hell did he win a decision? Then they start backtracking. Then they start thinking and start really, oh, wait a minute. As I can recall, wouldn't Turki Al-Sheikh, the guy that said that he loved Tyson Fury so much and this, that, and the other, they're going to put two and two together, and then they're going to start attacking Turki Al-Sheikh. When that starts happening, people are going to show less interest in those particular bouts and venues in Saudi Arabia, which brings their ratings down. Then that's going to kill boxing overall, because as of now, we've seen more boxing matches that have been created and made more possibilities, and the potential have grown since Turki Al-Sheikh has came on the scene. But if that undisputed fight doesn't go the way people see it going, they're going to point the finger at the guy that's making everything happen, which will be absolutely horrific. That's what'll happen. That's, you know what I mean? That's not good for boxing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's think of this. Let's think of this, people. Hold on. What also happened in Saudi Arabia? What happened in Saudi Arabia? Anthony Joshua lost a split decision against Alexander Usyk. Let me ask you guys a question, please, from yes or no. Do you guys think, yes, it was a split decision, or no, it was a unanimous, or okay, let me ask you this question. Do you guys think the scorecards were right for the second Usyk versus Joshua fight? Do you think they were right? Do you think it was a split decision? Do you think that fight was close enough for Anthony Joshua to lose a split decision against Alexander Usyk? Or that was right, or was that wrong? Was that right, or was it wrong? Was it yes, it was good, or was it no, it wasn't? Oh, that's okay. It's a question. You guys can type it in. Do you think that was a close fight? Yes. Or do you think it was kind of a weird scorecard? No. Wrong. I had him winning, to be honest. Okay, I know he won. But, okay, do you think the scorecards reflected the fight? Did the scorecards reflect the fight? Did Alexander Usyk do enough? Sure, he did enough to win. Okay. Hold on a second. Uh-oh. I gotta go to my car. Because, see, this is what I see. I didn't know my battery was this low. Damn. I hope I can make it to the car, or this live stream is over. Okay, I'm pretty close to my car. Yeah, I'm still here because the screen gets dark trying to save energy, which is kind of stupid because I can't see what the hell's going on. I have an internal battery. So if we can get to it, we can. If we can't, we won't. Okay, almost here, guys. Hold on. The ugliest car in the world. Should I say the ugliest truck Look at that. Okay. Damn it, it's not in here. Damn it. Go. Fucking jerk. Okay, cool. I have made it. So, no, dude, where is it? Where did it go? No, man, that was that's the new Tesla truck. And I'm thinking to myself, who in the hell is gonna buy that? I ain't buying that ugly shit. You know what that shit looks like? That looks like an interpretation of someone from the 90s trying to view what 30 years ago. Because I remember Time Cop with Van Damme. That's how those cars looked. And they're actually making them look like that now. So the futuristic looking cars are actually living up. And I don't think that's going to work. You know? So close, but I thought AJ won the rematch. Okay. Kurt, it looked like you were running from a slasher. I am the slasher. Teofimo versus Ryan would be crazy. Yeah, that'd be a good fight. That would be a very good fight. You know. Kurt, you have seen the Bill Haney and Floyd FaceTime. It was pure comedy. Yeah, I've seen it. Tesla designed by a 3-year-old. Kurt, I heard Madrimov is a dangerous fight for Crawford. He probably is. I'm not sure if he, you know. Usyk outworked AJ with pitter-patter amateur style, but AJ clearly landed the more eye-catching and effective punches. Okay. Elohim, AJ has Serendary. What the hell is that? AJ paired with Ben Davis and definitely beats Usyk a third fight. You know, I'm sick of looking at those two guys fight. And, you know, and I'm a fan of both fighters. I don't care to see them fight. You know, I don't care to see them fight. I just don't. Kurt running like Fury. Damn. I wouldn't run for dear life for no shit, you know. Triple D versus Phillip. Man, I don't know. Because, I mean, I know Phillip's talking he's talking some shit like, if I lose, I'm going to retire, man. Fuck, man. I'm going to retire, man. Fuck. I'm going to fucking retire, man. If I can't beat him, man, I'm retired. So if he loses to Daniel Dubois, he should retire. Salute Fred Muir. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. You said I think Hrgovic makes him quit. He may, man. You know, but but Phillip's not a pressure guy like that. I don't really see him pressuring Daniel Dubois like that. Well, I mean, he's tried, understand this. What happens to Joshua if he fights Usyk again and he loses again? You know, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing about boxing, though. Boxing is going to suffer either way you look at it. If Usyk beats Tyson Fury, we're going to be looking at a third fight. Then the money that they could have made from Tyson Fury, all that dissipates. Because nobody will care about Tyson Fury if Usyk beats Tyson Fury. Why? Because Wilder ain't shit no more. And then Fury got beat, but then Usyk beat Fury, and he beat Joshua. But the fight between Fury and Joshua doesn't matter because Tyson Fury has lost his belt. So there's no belt. So winner takes all. But understand this. Understand this, people. Nobody will really... Usyk Joshua 3 fight, it's not going to make the money. It's not going to mean as much. You know, people, I mean, like true bone, like diehard AJ fans were like, oh, AJ for undisputed. I mean, that's okay. You know, and even if he beat Usyk, it's like, okay, you guys, you know, you guys are 2-1. Or should I say you're 1-3. You're 1 out of 3. Zhang will end Deontay Wilder's career. There's a possibility, Jay Roos, but then again, Wilder probably crack him and knock him out. I just don't see him being that damn small. I think Wilder needs some meat on his bones or something, man. What's wrong with him? Lupe T, what's up, brother? All the way from South Auckland, New Zealand. Lupe T, or is it Lupe T, or is it Luke T? If AJ loses to Usyk, then it will be time to retire. Until then, AJ's targeting all the belts. Well, if Usyk beats Tyson Fury, he will be targeting all the belts, taking on Usyk again. So he knows he can be a 3-time champion on top of, you know, on top of being the second unified champion behind Usyk and then behind Lewis. So then you would have Usyk, but then if Usyk loses it to AJ, then AJ becomes the third fighter. He will become the third fighter that has all the belts. You know, so then it will be time for AJ to retire. Because I don't see, I think AJ, you know, if he gets the undisputed, he may defend them. He may defend those belts, but, you know, but after that, the show will pretty much be over. Tyson Fury, we'll see what he does to recoup. We'll see how he handles defeat for the first time. So I am interested to see how Tyson Fury would take a defeat, since he blasted out Wilder, and we all know Wilder acted an ass, and then he got criticized by Tyson Fury. But we've never seen Tyson Fury lose a fight, so we don't know what he'll do or how his reactions will be. So there. Wilder looked bigger at this last press conference. He had a lot of clothes on, though. Yeah, I've seen him in the gym. He still looks like he's string bingy. Kurt, would you ever consider doing a counterpunch into members or long-time subscribers? Absolutely. You know, I'm thinking about Patreon, actually, because I mean, I was talking to Showbiz, and we both got screwed over the last live. Showbiz has these classic live streams where, like, for the last 3 or 4 years, he's been doing huge numbers live. You know, his lives are good, where my lives are mediocre, despite the subscribers. I don't know. But YouTube, I don't know about everybody else because I didn't ask anybody else, but they took off 4 of his hours. Like he was on live for like 14 hours, which is crazy. But they took 4 hours away, and then they demonetized his live stream. And they did the same to me. As soon as mine ended, they demonetized it. So I don't like you need something else. You know, I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, they play with your numbers. You know, it's like the algorithms don't make sense based on your subscribers. Each subscriber that sends your channel, that is subscribed and that hit that bell, they should get that notification. And out of the ratio for the people that's on versus the people that you're subscribed to, it should be much higher, much higher. AJ is the WBC #1 contender. He deserves a WBC title shot. It's more deserving than beating Pianetta, Wallin, or Hammer. Well, I think he has to wait in line, man. We also saw Fury lose to McDormand and Wallin. He didn't lose to Wallin, money. He beat Wallin. See, that's like, I don't know where you guys get that from. Wallin did not beat Tyson Fury. He did not. He did not beat Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury whooped his ass with one eye. Let's just be real. He hit him with right uppercuts and stuff. He had some moments, but he didn't win the fight. You know. So it is what it is. Yeah, YouTube doing some funny stuff, you know. Do that shit to Joe Rogan. You know what I mean? And like, it wasn't like, that wasn't a big live stream for me, but I know it was big for show. I would have really been sick. You know, imagine you get like 500,000 views on a one, you know, 500,000 views on one live stream. And then they, for one, they chop it up. And then for two, you know, it's like, what the hell? Matt Butcher coming in with that Cinco. He says, grab yourself a coffee. Man, I got a cold pressed drink when I get home. So, and then I'm going to take some Shilajit, which I should have took already, but I didn't. So I'm going to take it as soon as I get back to the crib. So Fury gave Wallin a pirate style ass knocking. Yeah. Come here, me boy. I'm going to box you up. You tried to take me eye, you know. Let's talk boxing. You watching the press conference in the U.S. It's about to start. When you coming to England? I'm coming to England, man. As soon as the show is over. Ryan says so much controversial stuff. YouTube gets funny when we talk about him. Yeah, probably so. That may be the case, you know. But I mean, I don't know. I've like, they've done that to me several times, like during live streams. You know, especially if they're big live streams. You know, if I do a live stream for 40,000 views, and this was crazy. I did a live stream one Sunday. I never forget this, and we talked about a wide variety of stuff. And I didn't use profanity or anything like that. But they demonetized my live stream, and I'm like, why did you do that? You know what I mean? They say it's bots, but I'm like, I don't know if that's bots or not. You know, and if they are bots that are doing that, that means that they have to assign bots to a particular YouTube venue or whatever. I heard Eddie Hearn say Crawford owes him money. I don't know how the hell Crawford owes him money. From where? Man, I'm looking forward to Better Be versus Bivol. Me too. Yeah, I'll be out of the country, but I'll still have that. I'm going to do that fight. We'll do that fight live. So, matter of fact, I got to talk to my guy where I'm at. See if I can use his place to do a live. I don't like doing lives at bars. If you're going to watch a fight at a bar, you might as well not go live because it's annoying and it's not fair to you guys. And you guys can barely hear me, and I'm getting bent up and toasted, and then you can barely see me, and then the internet's not up to par, so it's all like put your phone down when you're driving, for fuck's sake. Well, I had to see it. Dude, you know how many people, listen, driving while, like, here's the problem. It's not using your phone while driving. It's texting while driving. That's how people get jacked up. They're sitting there, I love, you know what I mean? People trying to text something and they're taking their eye off because they're trying to text. You know, I hardly ever do that. You know, so let's get it right, Buster. What year for boxing so far? Boxing fans are being spoiled. Long may it continue. Let's hope so. You know, because this is what's going on, people. You know, because pretty soon, when people start retiring out of the sport and they disappear forever, it's going to be like, wow, what happened? Anyway, you put down, so that is good. Okay. YouTube could be singling out black people. Man, that would suck if it was. That'd be terrible. So I hope that ain't the truth. In the UK, we get effed up for even holding a phone while driving. Yeah, but you got to be an expert driver. You got to know what you're doing. You know, you have to pay attention to what you're doing. What is she legit? She legit is a mineral they get from the Himalaya mountains, you know, and it's like a tar, but it's full of minerals. So you put it in water and you know, you let it dissolve and you drink it. It's got like over 1,000 minerals in it. It's good. It gives you energy. It's good for your libido. It's good for anti-aging. It's, you know, it's good for a lot of stuff. You know? I got Range Rover Sport with full tents to get around that. Anthony Clark, AB versus Blair the Flair. Who do you think? You know, I'm gonna go with Blair the Flair. I'm gonna go with Blair the Flair. Blair the Flair. I'm gonna go with him. That's gonna be a hell of a build-up, man. Blair the Flair versus Adrian Broner. When is that fight gonna be? Ryan Garcia said he once broke a guy's chin down the middle, which is hard to do. I don't know, man. God damn, what the hell? I think the ground was wet. Yeah, Blair the Flair. Woo! Blair the Flair Cobbs. Yeah, they're gonna fight in May. Yeah. Oh, Adrian Broner, I tell you. Adrian Broner going out like Bobby Brown. End of May. Okay. And Gunno said he wants the winner of Zhang versus Wilder. Oh, that'd be good. You think for $10 million, Wilder wouldn't jump on that if he beats him? You know, even Zhang, though, that would be a good fight with him and Zhang. Because, you know, like, that would be a very good fight. AB probably won't make weight. What is the weight anyway? Is it 147? Full tents are illegal in the UK is using the phone. Well, here, people don't really, you know. I got pulled over one time on my birthday, and I was driving out of Shreveport to Dallas. And I think I was pretty wasted. No, I wasn't. Cop pulled beside me, and I'm sitting there like this. What an idiot, dude. I was just sitting there like, yeah, I got it. I'll get it later. You must live in the sticks then, Matt. I think any top boxer beats Ngannou even. Wow. Nah. Ngannou will knock out a lot of people though. Don't get it twisted. He'll knock out a lot of people out. He's just not everyone's AJ. Buck ass into nowhere. That's a good place to be, man. Out in the boonies. I just saw Andy Ruiz Jr. finally come out of the closet in Andy's out in Andy sighting. Be careful with wet roads. Yeah, man, I started to hit the, then it, I was like, uh-oh, they got me. Be careful with them. Yeah, be careful, man. Be careful, careful. I try. The Zone is about to give a live announcement presser with Eddie Hearn in Prince, Turkey. Okay, well, let me get home and I can watch it, and then I can do a video on that. But I'm about to do some errands. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me for the past hour. Yes, I seen the Turkey, the Floyd and Haney stuff. It's on the channel. But you guys be blessed, and I will talk to you guys soon as time permits. And everyone has been counterpunched. Peace.